Hi everybody, Bryan Quarrie here. This is just a short video talking about why I do what I do, especially on this channel. So back in the day, and by that I'm talking like at least 30 or 40 years ago, my mom used to bring with her every time she went to church her ghetto blaster, as we used to call them back in the day. Basically, she had this large tape recorder, um, which was very popular back in the 1980s. And every major event that she went to, she used to bring it with her and record everything that happened on the day. And it was just incredible. When I came back home with her, I was just astounded to see just the amount of tapes that she had of almost every single event that she went to. And most of these events were either concerts or seminars or what we used to call crusades or evangelistic campaigns and so on, especially when they had speakers from foreign lands such as Africa and so on come into this country and do their thing. And I suppose, as far as I'm concerned, I was influenced by the way that she did those things, taping every single event that was going on. And because my niche, as it were, at that time was going to concerts, that was the thing that I've always wanted to do. That was what I decided to do myself, bearing in mind that this was going back, we're talking like early 2000s when I came back from university. Thing to bear in mind was that when I went to uni, I did a degree in music technology, and my mind, as it were, was focused on that. So I never really had an interest in photography or videography or anything of that sort of nature until just before I graduated, when my fellow colleagues who also established bands were doing things with video, like recording their gigs, doing promos on social media and that sort of thing. And so when I saw what they did, I thought to myself, you know what, I could do that. I like doing that. So that was what I did. And I suppose I was also influenced by the fact that as I was saying before, my mom used to record these events, and I kind of took it upon myself to do that as well. Well, many years later, of course, we got the government imposing laws on people recording stuff and recording people, especially with these mobile phones that have built-in photography and video recording facilities. I think my very first phone, as it were, that had those sorts of things was a very old Nokia that came out around, I think, about 2006, something like that. And you could say my interest in video recording kind of like took off from there. And so many years later, I decided to record these events almost for a living. So it started off as a hobby, and then I ended up doing what I do currently as a second form of income. So yeah, because of this, you had the Counterpoint, which is my first label for this company that I decided to set up, which later on became BQ Counterpoint Films. So if you want to see my very latest work as far as video is concerned, please go to the BQ Counterpoint Films YouTube channel. Apart from that, the point of this YouTube channel is basically to show you various musical related things that I've been doing in my own time. Obviously, the videos of some of the older events that I did from say 2009, 2010, 2011 do not represent the best quality of my work. They were just things that I recorded because I just happened to be at the right place at the right time, experiencing what was going on there. I think for me, when it comes to recording events, I do this as a keepsake, and of course to show people who may or may not have been at that event in question to maybe experience them a second time, virtually or whatever. So, yeah, that is the reason why sometimes I upload these old events that I have been attending. Yeah, just to bring back memories of how things used to be and so on. Of course, we all understand that unfortunately the law has been a bit more stricter when it comes to what we can or can't record, and so any copyrighted stuff, obviously, you gotta think before you put it online, especially if you intend your channel to be monetized. Yeah, but just to conclude, really, the whole purpose of my Bryan Quarrie YouTube channel is just basically to show to the world, mainly consisting of people I know anyway, or people who are interested in subscribing, the kind of stuff that uh, that I used to record, mainly things of a musical nature. And if you do like what you see on this channel, please feel free to subscribe. I don't like saying that, it just sounds really, really clingy. Anyway, yeah, so if you like what you see on this channel, please feel free to do the thing. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to repeat myself. Yeah, so yeah, thank you very much for listening. I know that time is almost as precious as money, especially in this day and age. So if you made it this far in the video, thank you very much. It means a lot to me. And yeah, take care of yourself and have a good day. Peace.